coming back to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Carr's Raiders going up against Roethlisberger's Steelers. And with that, we'll send you up to the North Shore of Pittsburgh at Heinz Field by the Three Rivers as we headed over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godin and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. Tonight, we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Oakland Raiders and... Now Roethlisberger on first down. And caught right side, Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Yards there on the catch and run. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Defense showing blitz. And the big tight end shifting around. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 43 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw here is incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end. And it's 3rd and 4. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover. Because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And it's up and good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Holmes has got it complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down. And Mr. Cooper Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Mike Mitchell coming up from the secondary to make the stop. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Cameron Hayward is a defensive lineman, but many of us, especially guys of my vintage, remember his father, Craig Ironhead Hayward, who was a running back. I think Cameron decided he'd rather hit people than be hit.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. And that brings up 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Carr. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Steelers set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And a look at the defense now. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. The tight end changing his position. Time running out here on the play clock. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now Carr going to give to Olawale. And he lost the football. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. And the D looking like they may blitz.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Bell, just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Here's Taiwan Jones on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore. And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. And don't forget his...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Latavius Murray, 56 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever known.
18 yards on the pickup there, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And the play clock's running down. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me. Yeah,
and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. Play clock winding down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Third down and 3. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's a direct snap to Bell. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. On now the Steelers' second-year punter. This is Australian-born Jordan Berry. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run it with Bell. And he's got some space here. Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 46 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is right through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, Three things can happen, and two of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kept it on the ground.
Murray had the 1,000-yard season in 2015, followed that up with 788 last year. Now, also in the mix in Oakland, you had Washington, you had Richard. How do you see this backfield playing out going forward?
I think you'll see a similar combination going forward. I think that's one of the reasons that he dropped from a 1,000-yard runner to 788, because they had other options. They're able to bring in Washington, Richard. They can use different plays for those guys, a lot of versatility, and really upgrade their offense with an infusion of speed. But Latavius Murray, I think he'll still continue to be the lead guy out of that trio.
Now a second down run for Murray. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From midfield, here's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a first down following that long gain. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing on first down is Carr. Finds Roberts left side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there. And now they'll have it 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Carr now on 3rd and goal. That's complete right around the 8. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get them right to quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start. That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. To throw, it's Carr. Crabtree with it over the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an offset eye. They go play action here on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now Carr again, and his pass incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and 4. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. A right side catch by Crabtree. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Fresh set of downs here. Murray, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now Carr going to give it to Murray on a draw play. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. Roberts got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
All right, here we go.
Carr going to throw. His pass caught at the 4. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And now it's 2nd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders are back within a score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Second down, 9 yards to go. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. James has got it, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. It's like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That'll give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
So 2nd and 10 here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And this is incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
They out-route such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Walford in motion, the tight end. In motion goes the tight end. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Play action. Now it's Carr. Flush to his right. Going for it all. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who could make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Bryant with a catch right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second down now after the incompletion. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Here's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On third down, Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. Give him 18 on that one. Good enough for an Oakland first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Carr now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's third down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. It's a 5-receiver set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Here's Carr to throw, and he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Carr. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. That one good for 21 yards. And on fourth and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They come up in an offset eye. On first down, Murray. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 14 there. And that'll be good for an Oakland first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The lone receiver right is Cooper. They go back to Murray on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
3 yards to go on second down. Murray, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And this seemingly endless drive continues. He's back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Michael Crabtree with time running out. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. It's up and good to make it 21-17. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He'll look to throw. He's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Back to throw. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They'll send Brown in motion right. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. A road win in the National Football League.